everyone. I'm Dante D. Pasquale, Communications Intern with the Township of Montclair. And joining me today is Barbara Chase, our Senior of the Month, as part of our Lifelong Montclair program. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right, great. Just to begin, I'm going to ask you a few questions. How old are you and where were you born?
I'm going to be 83 this year, and I was born in Montclair, actually Montclair, Glenridge. At the time, Mountainside Hospital was bordering both towns. So they gave us a birth certificate from each town for a lot of people that don't really know that.
It's interesting.
It was, yeah.
And are you currently employed?
No, I'm retired. I've been retired for 17 years. I worked for the New Jersey State Commission for the Blind and Visually Impaired, and I made a career there. Although it was interrupted for a period where I took a job for a couple of years and became assistant director of a residential girls' home that was under a community action program. And then I went back to the Commission for the Blind, and I retired there as a program development specialist in December 31st of 1999.
That's great stuff. So how have you been engaged in the community?
Well, before I retired, I didn't really have the time to do a lot of the things in the community that I would like to have, to get involved in some of the things I would like to have. But once I retired, I reached out to a couple of programs, and one of the things that I found to be the most effective, I was asked to try to build up a group of walkers at the Glenfield Park House in Glenfield Park, of seniors, of retirees. And when I started out, there were 3 of us walking in the park. We built it up to about 24 people. So on any given morning between 7:30 and 9:30, you could see a dozen or more of us in our little yellow T-shirts that said "We Walk for Our Health," walking around on the track in Glenfield Park. And that program lasted for a number of years until Mr. Choice decided to turn it into more of a senior-related activities and social program, which is now an effective program at the Wally Choice Center in Glenfield Park, and it's called Do Drop In. We have upwards to about 40 people coming there Monday, Thursday, and Friday of every week. They get socialization, they get activities, games, a party occasionally, and a hot meal. So that's pretty much what I've been committed to. In both programs, I have initiated bus rides to dinner theaters and to New York to plays and that type of thing for the seniors and other people in the community that were very successful. So that's pretty much what I've been involved in.
That's wonderful.
I'm also a member of the Senior Citizens Advisory Committee of Montclair, and I was a co-producer and co-host of the program, the cable TV program News and Views, which was a program that was produced by and for seniors for a number of years. I guess the program is kind of on hold or hiatus right now, but we're hoping that we'll get it back on the air at some point.
All right. Thank you. And what are some of the most important life lessons you've learned throughout your life?
I think to look for opportunities and don't sell yourself short. Reach for the sky, and if there's a closer star that you can touch, then that's better than not reaching at all. But don't do less than set your goals as high as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been pretty much what I've tried to teach my children and my comrades, I guess you call them.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And what are some words you live by in addition to these lessons?
I think you should do something every day to make someone else's life a little bit more pleasant, easier, more enjoyable, or even if you just say a few words or give a driver a pass or whatever. Just something that you can do to, and it makes you feel good.
Mhm.
But, that's the selfish part of it. But you still have done something for someone else.
Absolutely. And lastly, what are your plans for the future? Do you plan to stay in Montclair or go elsewhere?
I think I probably am going to wind up staying in Montclair at this stage of my life. Although I have a couple of children on the state that would like for me to go and be with them. My base is here. So I think I'm going to wind up staying here and probably just, I have grandchildren and great-grandchildren, so that's going to keep me busy.
Mhm. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me.